Hello!
I'm sorry.
Hello!
We are Annie and Konstantin.
And you're watching another episode of...
Updates.
And this week's there isn't too much to update. Actually,
At all. This is the first week in 18 weeks where we actually didn't manage to get anything done. And while we didn't work on any of our projects actively this week, we actually did work a lot on part-time jobs and on just making sure that our lives are going to be set for the next months, which is an important part in the artistic process too, because you can't make good art when you're terrified of how you're going to eat in 2 weeks.
Until we're able to survive from KA. Not in a couple of weeks, because then we wouldn't have need to spend this
That's
week.
true.
But in a couple of months.
Yeah.
And until then, we're still secured, which gives us the safety. There is a wonderful line in a song by a Russian band that I like very much, which is called Kino. Но все, что мне нужно, это несколько слов и место для шага вперед.
Few things make me as happy as Russian.
Basically, all we need is a place to put a step forward. And we are creating that by securing the bare minimum living situation. So, that's that. Epiphany.
So I procured a part-time job, and it's actually a really, really good one because it's flexible and it's with good people and it's something that is actually fun work. But there's still always a difference in doing your own thing and doing someone else's thing. And that's going to be true no matter if you're actually working on your own things and trying to, make a living off of that, or if your own thing is renovating your own bathroom or cooking dinner for your family or something. Whenever you're doing it for yourself, there's more depth to it. And I think my epiphany this week, which is a very simple epiphany, is that you need to value that. You need to value the things you do for yourself, and you need to secure them in your life, and you need to enjoy them as much as you possibly can. Because I've been at work all week, and it's just a cathartic treat to sit down and record an update video right now, because it's our own thing, and it's simple, and I would much rather be working on the grand, gigantic projects that we're working on and move those forward. But even just the simple little update video feels so good because it's ours.
So my epiphany has something to do with Myers-Briggs. In case you don't know it, it is one sort of a very popular personality test where it is not about IQ or something, but more about personal traits, as in, are you more of an extrovert or introvert? Are you more into planning or are you more into improvising? Things like that. It is kind of interesting because it feels like something like that would be in the same ballpark as zodiac sign. Because there are 16 personality types in Myers-Briggs, and you can be like, oh, that's not a lot. Only 16 to choose from? And this is all that there is in humanity? You can argue with that point, but it's a fun thing to do, and for me, it kind of fits very well. And there are a lot of websites where you can do that test for free. One that I found really good is down in the doobly-doo. And I'm not saying that it's there's only these 16 types of people, but I think it is an interesting tool and also an interesting way to see the world. So the personality trait type, whatever, for me is a INTP, which is very logical. I want to understand how everything works. I'm not very interested in the tiny, minute details. I want to see the big picture. And on a meta level, it fits very nicely because this whole test is also a system to understand the humanity, if you want to. It's a model. And that's why I like it so much. So it's like a self-proving system, at least for me. And it's going to be an interesting tool for me to develop characters. Because this is also a simple way to check if the character, the figure you're creating, if it's plausible. It's not like your character needs to be one of those types, but you can build from that, and you can take things from that, and you can use it like a very rich, inspirational source. It's a mixture between a tool and an epiphany, a Toolpiphany. Do you want to add anything else?
No, I was just thinking that that's actually really beautiful to basically take the test from the perspective of your character and then read the profile to round out the character, to like make sure you've seen the different angles and how would that character react and move around.
Right now I'm reading this wonderful book which is called The Martian, and I actually did that. I did the test from the perspective of the main character. And the result is it's funny because it fits to my image of the character. These are the things that I do when I don't actually work on KA.
So what type is the Martian?
He's the adventurer.
Do you remember the combination? ISFP?
Yes. He is the guy who always goes against the rules, and he's very keen on finding ways and solutions and exploring, and one of the traits is also this type is most likely to develop a very risky hobby. Being a Mars astronaut, I'm not sure if there's any riskier hobby than that. So it kind of fits.
Beautiful.
Yeah, this whole system. The point. No, you can't, because it's my epiphany.
I'm sorry, I just want...
What do you want to say?
Nothing.
Say it now.
No.
Say it now. Du hast mich eh schon rausgebracht.
God damn it, I'm sorry. I just wanted to... I didn't mean to... God damn it. Now I feel terrible. All I wanted to say was that it's a test that is based on the idea that your positive traits make a person, not your, like, downfalls. And then it's also a self-exploration tool. That's the thing that I think is important to mention in the whole, like, there's only 16 types thing. Because it's not to say there are only 16 types of people. It's a matter of we have grouped people by these 4 traits that come out to 16 different possibilities. So it's about exploration in that sense, not in the sense of there are only 16 types of people, really. Oh. All I wanted to say. And I'm really sorry. I'm going to be quiet for the rest of the video. I'll say hello at the end.
Hello!